Welcome to today's video, guys, where we're starting off with brunch. Look at this vlogger here. Look at this guy. We're gonna have an amazing soba lunch with some tempura. I'm excited. This is gonna be amazing.
Grab some soba. You dip it in your little soup thing. This also has like this walnut paste here. You add that to that. This is not normal soba. This is very special. It's really good.
So I guess we need to do another welcome to today's video, because this is where it's going to actually get started. And I don't really have any words to describe, so let's do a little bit of a pan. Yes, guys. What you are seeing is Endless's private collection here. Far out. I kind of have no words. I'm completely mind blown right now. Oh my gosh, look at that. I mean, I've already told you where we are. I'm lost for words. To see this amount of super cool cars like this in one location, in this good condition, all restored, like auto salon quality, is mind blowing. So we are here at Endless Brakes, as you guys know them, their museum here in Nagano. And today we've been spending a bunch of time with the owners of Endless, going around, having a look at their facilities and stuff. And I think later on we're going to also be going to their main factory, and we're going to be able to see some of their monoblock calipers and brake kits being made on the CNC machines, which is a very, very unique and special opportunity. I don't think this has ever been filmed as well on YouTube, this kind of in-depth private tour with Endless and their facilities here in Nagano, Japan. So before this video really even gets started, why don't you smash that like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just check out the cars that are here. So I guess we need to start in this corner. Oh my gosh, they've reupholstered the seats with the Brid-like gradation. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. What even is this little Honda? It's an N360 Touring. See, you guys are gonna have to help me out. There's a lot of cars here I don't know anything about. Like, obviously I know this is a Mini Cooper. This I didn't even know existed in an Aston. I think it's an Aston Cooper is how it's meant to be pronounced, but I'm not sure. It looks similar to the Mini Cooper, but a few key differences. So I'm sure there's Mini fans freaking out right now. Like, there's a Publica right there. Was it a Sports 800? Like, to see one of these in this good condition is mind-blowing. Like, this is so insane. And the interior is practically brand new. I love it. It's got a naughty.
Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. If you're uncertain about what's next in the future, creative challenges and productivity classes can be a great way to help you structure your time and set up achievable goals. Right now, I'm really enjoying a particular course on Skillshare called YouTube Success Script, Shoot, and Edit with MKBHD. I'm sure you guys know who that is, but the teacher is Marquez Branley himself, and it's just got a lot of really good tips and things in there and fundamentals on everything that you really need to be successful on YouTube. And I think it's really good to stay up to date for myself and just really see what other people are doing. I'm also very heavily into tech. A lot of you guys will know that. So this kind of fits right up my alley. At a time when so many important conversations are happening in our world today, your voice is more essential than ever. Explore classes to unlock your creativity for social good. The first 1,000 people who use my link down in the description will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership. And after that, it's only around $10 a month.
Can someone give me some information? What is the Aston Cooper S? Obviously, it must be made by the same company, but maybe this is like a limited edition. This thing is cool. Datsun Sunny. No. I think this is a Civic. Like the original hatch Civic. Oh my. Yeah, Civic RS. Yo! All the Honda fanboys freaking out right now. And the interior, once again, nice naughty. It's to die for. This thing is so old, I don't even know what this is. obviously I know that's this 350Z. I'm just playing, guys, just because that's actually from the era that I should know the best. This thing is insane. So this was like, I don't know if this was the original Fair Lady. No, this was like, was this before the? Okay, yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna have to do some research on this. So cool. Look how clean everything is. Far out. I think this may have been the Fair Lady 1500. There you go. Once again, a naughty. These guys love their naughties. Interior is crazy. Far out. So we already saw the 350Z. Some nice endless monoblock brakes on there. It's gonna be cool. I can't wait to see these being machined. Got a 240Z S30. Holy moly, block brake kit on that too. That's crazy big brakes. Left-hand drive. So this came from the States. R32. The original Skyline sedan, which is kind of where Nissan's gone back to with the Skyline, and I hate them for it. This is what I know the Skyline for, and probably what a lot of you guys know the Skyline as. This is what Nissan is trying to recreate right now. And this is technically not Nissan, this is Prince. This is before like everything, you know, Prince got bought by Nissan, I think, or they changed the name. I don't know, there's so much weird conflicting information about that stuff. But this is like the original Skyline Deluxe. So crazy. And this is the original Silvia. Very, very rare to see this. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Red interior with a Nardi wheel. So cool. Can you guys see it? Can you see it? The S13, like kind of like front end on this. So cool. You can really tell like where they kind of like evolved the front end design from this with the Silvia. So mind blowing. Such a cute setup. Front wheel drive, Carvies, twins. Tiny transmission down there. Oh man. The Cherry X1R. So this was Okachan's very first race car, the very first car he raced. He raced one of these at Scuba Circuit. Very first car he ever took on track was one of these. So cool. Ah, hi, わかります. He just said if I want to look in any of the engine rooms, he'll pop it for me. This thing I don't know anything about. Kind of reminds me of like an old VN Commodore almost at the front end. What is this? A Leopard? I don't know. I don't actually know what this is. SVX. Huh? I don't even... a Scion? I don't know what this is. Subaru, I guess. Huh. Alright. Moving on. We got some cool competition cars. GT Series. Far out. Some big brake kits on these. I love looking in these things. Left-hand drive. Wow. Another GT Series race car here. This one's a 35 GTR, of course. Driven by Taniguchi, Yamauchi, and Mekaru. Very cool. Love getting up close and personal to these things. Okachan's drilling over cars from his childhood right now. So cool. We got the Advan Endless BMW GT Series race car here too. This thing's got some stance about it. This little Mini Cooper's pretty cool. Let me guess. It's got an Nardi. Yep, Nardi wheel. With, oh, special limited endless edition. Look at that. Look at that endless stitching. That's cool. I love that there's a mini street magazine in there. Yo, they converted it to push start. Look, they put a push button on the steering column. That's cool. All right. And look, endless brake kit hidden in there. You guys didn't know they make a brake kit for these. Oh man, there's so much cool stuff here. Like, I don't even know. Now, I don't know much about my Mercedes cars, so I can't tell you what model this is off the top of my head. But obviously, GT series race car. Very cool. Holy brakes, some big brakes there. Not endless though. I wonder why. There's a Fiat here. I don't even fit in that thing. My head would be like out of it out here. Just like this. That's me driving this. Alfa Romeo. Volkswagen? I didn't even know. I guess that's a Volkswagen badge. Whoa, geez, look at those NK wheels. Endless monoblocks as well. It's crazy that they have brake kits for all of these older model cars. Left-hand drive, custom red interior once again with a Nadi. Yep. Brid. Custom seats. Whew. Okay, this one's got an engine in the back. I guess if Volkswagen made it, it was around the era of the V-Dub, right? Uncle John's freaking out. Now, this is what I want to look at. Whew. So I don't know much about these, other than I used to call it the Scorpion car when I was little. Oh, he's going to pop the trunk for me. Yes, 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 yes. I've never seen an engine room on this. No way, it's so tiny. The headers, the transmission. Ooh. Coilovers too. すごい。ありがとうございます。I can't get over it. Red interior once again. Bride custom seats. Bride, sorry, for you Americans. And a Nadi steering wheel. So cool. There's a Scorpion logo. Wish I knew more. I'm gonna Google this later. Whew. Another Alfa Romeo. See, this didn't look too bad. Where did these older Alfa Romeos I like. The new Alfa Romeos, I'm like, man, what is wrong with you? Oh, except that really new one, that's not too bad. What? Endless bakery? That's cool. So cool. So we've got an old Morris. My dad used to talk about how one of his first cars was an old Morris. This is a Minor 1000 there. I think his was a different model. So cool. Endless bakery old Morris Minor. So cool. So that's obviously the station wagon version, and then this is like the coupe or sedan version, I guess you'd call it. Alfa Romeo Spider.
これ何年ですか？これが58年。
俺のお父さん車あった。
同じだよ、誕生日58年。
Yeah, that's crazy. My dad used to have one of these. すごい. Red interior with a Nadi wheel, of course. My dad would freak out. I'm going to send him a quick video about this car. Yeah. Fully restored Nadi wheel, red interior. And they went ahead and did the red soft top too. And if they had a Miata in here, I'm sure it'd look amazing. Wow. Tiny engine. Oh wow, the door. It comes out of the door? I didn't know that. Whoa. This thing, we're having a life. That winker in the door is so cool. Forget. I guess back in the old days they had like real taps on the engine. Look at that tap there. You just turn that and give yourself heat, I guess. Because it's connected to the heater pipes. Man, I can't believe that ran so easy. Far out, so cool. Oof. Jeez. That's a pretty engine bay as well. Wow. So cool. I was just talking with the owner and I asked him, why does this car not have endless brake kit on it? And he was explaining that the particular race that this car was competing in, the regulations required them that they could not use their own brake kit. They had to use the AP racing kit. It's kind of interesting how racing works like that, and a lot of motorsport events these days are restricting people to what products and brands they're allowed to use. Sorry, I forgot to mention they also have an open to the public cafe here, and they're currently preparing some coffees for us. What? This is like, there is a cat on top of that drink. There is a cat there. As I was saying, it's really interesting how a lot of motorsport events and stuff these days are controlling brands and makes and models of parts that you're allowed to use, like we saw on that car there. And obviously a lot of deals and contracts are happening behind the scenes, which end up generating funds for those companies that, you know, we'll never know about. But I mean, it's pretty obvious, don't you think? And we're currently going inside the official Endless Racing Team garage. Whew. Okay. They got a dyno hiding in here or something? No? Okay. Damn. I want to take some of those racks home, those portable trolleys. Dude, this is the dream, right, guys? Look at this. All the snap-on boxes. This is so good. GI Yaris. They're doing some resto work on this thing. Oof. Mercedes GT Series race car. Didn't we literally just look at this car? They must have two of them. I was going to say they pulled that apart fast. Oh, wow. All the carbon fiber ducting is so cool. Ooh. Far out. Look at the tire machine over here. Balancer, of course. This is the dream, guys. Dream workshop here. Yo, I just noticed the old machining. Oh, what's the official word? Can't think of it right now. The machining room looks incredible though. Mill, that's it. Old school mill. Sugoi. I'm so jealous. Welders, all that kind of stuff, all the fabrication stuff happening in here. Suge. Very cool. The guys are just here admiring the Endless Race Queens. But what I'm admiring is, what I love about Endless is no matter the car, they've got a brake kit for it. Like literally, even this parent, I guess like soccer mum's van, the Toyota Velfire. Look at this, full Endless brake kit, front and rear. Isn't that just crazy? Two-piece rotors, both in the front and the rear. They make brake kits for anything, literally. It's so cool. I mean, as you guys saw, pretty much all the restored cars that were in their museum there, all Endless brake kits on there. Including Okachan's Yaris now actually has a brand new Endless brake kit on there. So cool. So when you come to the Endless Cafe, they have this camera here, right there, which they control with the iPad here. And you park your car on this rotating plate and they'll rotate the car to where it needs to be, and they take a picture of your car and then they print it on the top of your coffee. So you guys go, come to Endless Cafe and get your car printed on top of a coffee. We've just arrived now at the Endless factory, and they've got a fair few buildings here, but we're going to be starting off in this one, which has Endless Future Lab written up the top. This is so cool. Another thing that I'm mind blown about is look at all these old cars here. We need to definitely check those out after. Ooh, S15. Have you ever been to a factory where you need to take your shoes off and put wabaki on? Oof. That is one very, very, very expensive CNC machine. Oh my gosh. Look at all the blocks there. This is so cool. They've just opened this up for us, and I do not want to even know the price of this machine, but I've never seen anything like this up close. Obviously the table moves as well, and they've got the tooling and all that stuff that comes down from here. And this is one of their new calipers that's going to get some more machining work done. It's not complete yet, so we get to see that. It's so big. The control unit where they load the files and the programs. They've got cranes on the roof for lowering solid billet blocks into it if they need to. Oko-chan's up the back here looking at all the tooling right now. These machines are so cool. And the little washer there too. They can clean everything down when they're done. Some of the tools here. Man, look at some of these bits. It's crazy how expensive this is. And it's not just the tool itself, it's also the head, like the chuck itself. I'm sure if you guys have been watching Rob Dahl's videos, you know about all this kind of stuff. Very cool. Look at how this thing selects a tool from the back there. So cool. The doors like open and close. Oh man, it sounds so cool. The table's moving. It sounds like we're in like some crazy futuristic movie. All the sounds this thing makes is crazy. So cool. So a couple of the engineers were showing me the CAD file on the computer, and this yellow text here is the path right now that the CNC machining machine is doing, and cutting in all these really nice grooves on the edges there. It might be hard to see, but you can kind of see it there. It's already done that side, and it's now doing the other side. It's so cool to get and see this all up close and personal. Man, I'm mind blown by this. Like, this whole building is just to house this. So crazy. And then here's pretty much what's getting machined right now with these guys here. And you can see this is the part that they're machining, and that part that I was showing you. So cool. Upstairs here they have this really cool little office where they do a bunch of their 3D scanning. This is the OEM Yaris, GR Yaris caliper, the two-piece rotor that comes. This is a casting that we saw down below that was getting machined. That's what they originally look like before they get all machined. And then this is a 3D printer that's scanning pads and everything so they can get all the dimensions perfect into this CAD software here. As much as I want to go check all these cars out, we'll have to come back here at a later date because time is not on our side today. Hold me to that, guys. We'll come back. We've now arrived at the Endless Head Office showroom here, which I'm pretty excited because now we get to kind of like see the end product. We got to go to the factory and see some of the products in machining and stuff like that, and being able to just see everything on display here. Let's have a look here, straight over here to like the mono blocks. Wow. Ah, this is it. This is the one we were watching being machined. See all the lines here that were being engraved? That's so cool. I love how when you get to see like a process like that. These are the pistons they use too. I think this is cool. All right, yeah, this is what we want to see. So this is what we saw. We saw castings like this were on the CNC machine and being machined out into the mono blocks that we saw here and the ones that we saw over there. I think those are the latest versions that we saw. So that's really cool. And then these are the pistons here, which start out like this, and they're compressed into this, and then pressed into this, I guess. Wow. And then they get machined. Well, the weight difference between that and this is a little bit different. And they get anodized and turned into these. That's so cool. Well, these are like even stronger ones. These are like steel, I think. These are alloy. Very, very cool. So that's the process of the pistons. This is crazy. Like, this is a full alloy cast. Wow. That's what we saw on that CNC machining deck, getting machined out. Okay, now this is the two-piece caliper. So you can see that they have bolts here that bolt the two together. And this is the casts for these, which will also be going in a machine, CNC machine, and getting machined out. Very, very cool. Now for time attack stuff, you don't really want to be using 2-piece calipers. The monoblock series are what are designed for that. They can handle a lot of heat and a lot more abuse than this. This is more of like a street upgrade. You can do a bit of time attack stuff, but if you're doing a lot of it, they don't recommend it. There's another one here of the cast. It's so cool. We get to see like the whole process. We got their rotors here, which I absolutely love. This is insanely big. No idea what that's for, but that's huge. Very cool. One thing about Endless is pretty much if you want to get a really good Endless brake kit, they have a few options, but if you want to get an Endless brake kit with the really cool calipers and all that kind of stuff, but you don't want to spend like $10,000, you can get their non-2-piece rotor sets. And this is like immensely cheaper. So like for the S15, I think you can save like something crazy like $6,000 if you don't get the 2-piece rotor. Now, of course, 2-piece rotor is baller and more of a flex. But if you've got a drift car, you probably don't need to worry about a 2-piece rotor because, I mean, let's be honest, you're probably not going to really get any benefit or gains out of going from a 2-piece to a full single-piece rotor. So I guess it comes down to, well, but then again, it'd still be the ultimate flex if you had 2-piece. I know. Oh, so cool. And then they got their pads here as well, which is insane. That's cool. Wow. It's like a absorbing cushion. These shoes are huge and beefy as well. Brake lines as well. Man. They've obviously got a whole bunch of other products too, like oils and all that stuff. Brake fluids. Oh, they even have some engine oil here. I didn't know that they sold engine oil. More you know, I guess. Far out. These carbon rotors are insane. Do they weigh much? Oh, they're so light. They weigh nothing. What? Wait, look. I could probably lift that with my pinky. I'm so surprised. A rotor this big weighs nothing. What? I mean, if I try and pick up, I won't be able to pick up one of these steel ones with my pinky finger, that's for sure. I guess that's the benefit of carbon. Not only it's the biggest thing is weight reduction, I guess, with those, but also stopping power, I think, is really increased with these when you use them too, right? That's crazy. So cool. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh man, so good. So we're back in the car now, and we've got a couple hours of driving to get back to where Yashio factory is, and we had an awesome day. Once again, massive thank you to Oka-chan. Arigatou. Yeah. We would not be able to do this kind of stuff if it wasn't for him and his relationship with Endless. And I just hope you guys really understand, like, it is super special to be able to go and check out Endless and operations like this, and being able to see like how everything kind of comes together to get the brake kits as you see them in that showroom, and when you purchase them and stuff like that. Super cool behind the scenes, and definitely a very unique opportunity. So smash the like button, write us a comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna have Oka-chan's YouTube channel link down in the description if you want to thank him. He's playing with me, guys. He's smashing it on the side roads. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I'm gonna put his channel link in the description. Go give him some love. And with that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Ciao mata.